about Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, first chapter, 15th shloka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 2.1.15 Antakale tu Purusha Agate Gata Sadvasaha Chindyad Asanga Sashrena Spruham Dehe Anuechatham Antakale tu Purusha Agate Gata Sadvasaha Chindyad Asanga Sashrena Spruham Dehe Anuechatham. Translation: at the last stage of one's life, one should be bold enough not to be afraid of death, but one must cut off all attachment to the material body and everything pertaining to it and all desires thereof. But the foolishness of gross materialism is that people think of making a permanent settlement in this world, although it is settled fact that one has to give up everything here that has been created by valuable human energy. Great statesmen, scientists, philosophers, etc., who are foolish without any information of the spirit soul, think that this life of a few years only is all in all and that there is nothing more after death. This poor fund of knowledge, even in the so called learned circles of the world, is killing the vitality of human energy, and the awful result is being keenly felt. And yet, the foolish materialistic men do not care about what is going to happen in the next life. The preliminary instruction in the Bhagavad Gita is that one should know that the identity of the individual living entity is not lost even after the end of this present body, which is nothing but an outward dress only. As one changes an old garment, so the individual living being also changes his body, and this change of body is called death. Death is therefore a process of changing the body at the end of the duration of the present life. An intelligent person must be prepared for this and must try to have the best type of body in the next life. The best type of body is a spiritual body, which is obtained by those who go back to the kingdom of God or enter the realm of Brahman. In the second chapter of this canto, this matter will be broadly discussed, but as far as the change of body is concerned, one must prepare now for the next life. Foolish people attach more importance to the present temporary life, and thus the foolish leaders make appeals to the body and the bodily relations. The bodily relations extend not only to this body, but also to the family members, wife, children, society, country, and so many other things which end at the end of the life. After death, one forgets everything about the present bodily relations. We have a little experience of this at night when we go to sleep. While sleeping, we forget everything about this body and bodily relations. Although this forgetfulness is a temporary situation, for only a few hours. Death is nothing but sleeping for a few months in order to develop another term of bodily engagement, which we are awarded by the law of nature according to our aspiration. Therefore, one has only to change the aspiration during the course of this present body, and for this, there is no need of training, and there is need of training in the current duration of human life. This training can be begun at any stage of life or even a few seconds before death. But the usual procedure is for one to get the training from very early life, from the stage of brahmacharya, and gradually progress to the grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasa orders of life. The institution which gives Such training is called Varnashrama Dharma or the system of Sanatana Dharma, the best procedure for making the human life perfect. One is therefore required to give up the attachment to family or social or political life just at the age of 50 years, if not earlier, and the training in the Vanaprastha and the Sannyas ashramas is given for the preparation of the next life. Foolish materialists in the grab of leaders of the people in general stick to family affairs without attempting to cut off relations with them, and thus they become victims of nature's law and get gross bodies again according to their work. Such foolish leaders may have some respect from the people at the end of life, but that doesn't mean that such leaders will be immune to the natural laws under which everyone is tightly bound by the hands and feet. The best thing is, therefore, that everyone voluntarily give up family relations by transferring the attachment from family, society, country, and everything thereof to the devotional service of the Lord. It is stated herein that one should give up all desires of family attachment. One must have a chance for better desires. Otherwise, there is no chance of giving up such morbid desires. Desire is the concomitant factor of the living entity. The living entity is eternal, and therefore his desires, which are natural for a living being, are also eternal. One cannot therefore stop desiring, but the subject matter for desires can be changed. So one must develop the desire for returning home back to Godhead, and automatically the desires for material gain, material honor, and material popularity will diminish in proportion to the development of devotional service. A living being is meant for service activities, and his desires are centered around such a service attitude, beginning from the top executive head of the state down to the insignificant pauper in the street. All are rendering some sort of service to the others. The perfection of such a service attitude is only attained simply by transferring the desire of service from matter to spirit or from Satan to God. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshunmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sangrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanavitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा. So we are discussing about 15th sloka. So I just read the elaborated purport given by Prabhupada. So the chapter entitled as here is the first step in God realization. So that is a nice title that Prabhupada has given. So if we think that what is the first step in God realization, that Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, that is, I am not the body, I am the spirit soul. So the first step in spiritual life is the realization of that I am not the body and I am the spirit soul. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna starts from here, then he explains about reincarnation and then what is the purpose of life, what is the permanent life and what is the impermanent life. So as long as we don't realize that I am not the body and I am a spirit soul, so we will be attached to this impermanent life of this material world. So we'll not look for permanent life. So one has to go for permanent life. That is possible when you read the scriptures and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Prabhupada in the purport, he says that for this, to attain this mode, the training is very, very important. The training can be start right from Brahmacharya. So one can start training starting from Brahmacharya or few minutes just before the death one can train, like in the case of many devotees that we are keep on discussing from Bhagavatam, like Parikshit Maharaj, like Katvanga Maharaj, right? And last minute they remember the Lord and they went back to Godhead. So in any situation always, so the fear is there in the material world. So if you are on the material body, there are always materialistic attachments, then the fear is there. Bhayam dvityabhine anveshatah syad. So that means when you forget about the primary thing, which is Krishna. The primary is Krishna, so we should give importance to Krishna. Dvitiya means material body. So if we discuss about the body, again, the primary thing is soul, and Dvitiya, which is secondary, is this body, which is important for us. For that, the primary thing, everything is important. That means the Pratama, which is Krishna, is important. The super soul is important. When you give importance to Dvitiya, the materialistic things, always the person is under fear, some kind of fear. So again, there are two types of fear. Devotees also they go through this kind of fear. One fear is, oh, I am doing this mistake and I am getting hurt. So Krishna may punish me, Radharani may punish me, uh, my guru may punish me. So that is one kind of fear. Uh, this is not a healthy fear, but there is one more fear, that is healthy fear. What is that healthy fear is always one should be fearful at any cost. I should not hurt Krishna. I should not hurt my spiritual master. I should not hurt Srila Prabhupada. So that fear is healthy fear, right? So that kind of fear is okay. That means the devotee gives more importance to Pratama, that is Krishna. He is always concerned about the spirit, not the matter. So when you give importance to the matter, then what happens? Then you will be in fear, right? So matter means mistakes. Always be doing mistakes. But when you focus on spiritual aspect of life, then we are very, very conscious. Okay, small mistakes, we will come to know, oh my God, I did this mistake. Uh, Next time I should be very careful. Otherwise, we'll think that, okay, I have done this mistake. Okay, what should I do now? A devotee realizes more and more in his life as he gets closer to the Krishna. Then he can find more mistakes in him. So when you are away from Krishna, we think that I am okay. So that is okay. Everyone is doing mistakes. He is doing mistake. She is also doing mistake. The rest of my uh, like colleagues, the mates, the friends that I am dealing with, everyone is doing mistakes. I'm okay, right? So when we go closer and closer, we see, when we go closer and closer to Krishna, we see the mistakes in us. Okay, I'm committing these mistakes. So then the devotee will try to rectify them. I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, I'm reading Srimad Bhagavatam, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, I have devotees association, but still I am doing mistakes, right? So he will feel bad, very bad. Oh, I am hurting Krishna. I should be very, very careful. I should not hurt my Guru and Krishna. So that That fear is very healthy fear. We think that nobody is seeing me. It's not like that. So everybody is seeing. Paramatma is watching us, right? So Guru is watching. Sakshat Daritrena Samasta Sashre Yuktasta Bhava Yata Eva Sadhvi. So Guru will come to know everything. Nobody can hide from Guru. He is an expansion of the Paramatma outside, right? So when the fear goes away, then we will get educated by Guru, and we should respect Guru as much as Krishna. Then only the real knowledge penetrates into our heart. So when the knowledge penetrates into the heart, then we are very careful in our spiritual lives. It's like playing with fire, like a child, he doesn't know if he puts his finger in the fire and gets burned. But next time he will be very careful, right? He'll not put his finger in the fire. Spiritually, when you grow, you will not put your hands in the fire, then you will not do mistakes, right? So you will be very careful if we get closer to the devotees and Krishna. So if we commit to the mistakes, also immediately we should think that how to rectify it. So what can I do? How can I help myself? What I need to do? So I need association and I need guidance from my devotee. I need sastric help. So we should ask Guru, we should ask our mentors, we should ask questions and clarify it always. So we should always seek help, right? So this is very important in spiritual life. Otherwise, as the translation says, at the last stage of one's life, one should be bold enough not to be afraid of death when fear comes. So when death comes, tears will be rolling from our eyes. So they don't know what's the future, where they are going to be, what's going to be happen next, right? So they don't know anything, only fear. They will have only fear. So even devotees might have knowledge, but here we are talking about the realization. Realization is very important. Knowledge is something, but the realization is another thing that when you smaran, when you manan, then the realization takes place. Like in the case of Katvanga Maharaj, so he is the Raja Rishi, right? So when demigods has to fight with demons, they seek help from this Katvanga Maharishi. So he agreed to go to that heavenly planets and fight. He is appointed as commander in general for that group, right? So they fought and they got the victory. And uh, demigods offered him a boon. Now you can choose whatever the boon you want. Then he asked for moksha. uh, how can I service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Then they said, no, we can't give this. Uh, they cannot grant that boon to Katvanga Maharaj. Then you can ask for something else. That's what demigods offer. Then he asked for how much time is left for me to reach my death. Then they told that you have only 24 minutes lifetime. Then he requested then take me immediately back to my world, material world, which is Earth, so that I can focus on Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only 24 minutes left. To reach from heavenly planet to Earth, it took another 12 minutes, and then he has only 12 minutes left. Immediately, he reached earthly planets and he started sitting in meditation posture and focus on lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And at the last time, he was very conscious about the death and he focused on only Krishna. Then he went back to Godhead, right? So, when he got the information that he has only few minutes left, he is not bothered about anything. He never got nervous, right? He never got scared. He never asked devatas like, please extend my time. So they would have given they would have extended him some time by adjusting something, but he never asked that. He said, okay, transfer me to the material world, that is earth. So he deeply meditated on the Supreme Personality of Lord Krishna. So, and he went back to Godhead. So that's what has been said here. It's not time to get back to Godhead. How can I do the same thing like Katvanga, like you and I, how can I do that? Even we will also go back to Godhead in a short time. Yes, we can also, but the realization of Katvanga Maharaj is completely different. You know, in my case, if I get that opportunity, uh, then I will definitely ask that please extend my time. I have some more work to do, right? So we will definitely ask this question. We don't have that kind of realization. Definitely, I don't have. I will ask. I need some more time. But Katvanga Maharaj, he is a Raja Rishi. So not simply a Raja. He is a saintly king. That means always he was conscious of Krishna, right? So a king means heavily management. He is the Raja Rishi of whole world management. He has to do that. Mean imagine the stress he is having. Uh, but he never forgot Krishna for a moment. Such a person is actually a Raja Rishi. So they will take the guidance from their Raja Guru. They will take guidance from Brahmanas. They will take guidance from scriptures. Always they maintain that kind of consciousness. In the war, also he is conscious of Krishna. So in his domestic affairs, he is conscious of Krishna. In the temple, he is conscious of Krishna. Outside the temple, everywhere he is conscious of Krishna. All the time, they walk with Krishna, they live with Krishna. So such a person is Raja Rishi, right? So Saralata here, one should be very, very simple, not to be too complicated. So when I was listening to the lecture, there was one example given. One lady, one Mataji, she is a Vaishnavi, she is the disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So she has to undergo to one heart operation. She was unconsciousness. Then the doctors, after some time, they treated her and she came back to conscious. Then the doctors asked her, what is your name? She is semi-consciousness. Then the doctors asked, "What is your name?" She said, "Hare Krishna." "What is your husband's name?" She says, "Hare Krishna." "So you are coming from which place?" She said, "Hare Krishna." "When you are healthy, where do you want to go?" "Hare Krishna." So she never knew anything except for Hare Krishna. Look at the consciousness that she is having. How nicely she has changed her consciousness. Always being conscious of Krishna, nothing. She never thought of husband, family, kids, nothing. For everything, she's saying Hare Krishna. Now we can also say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But at the time of death, like this lady, this Vaishnavi, except for Hare Krishna, she never knew anything, right? So there is one more example. There is one person. He teased Prabhuji's and his friends a lot. He was ragging him. He laughed at them seeing the attire of devotees. But he got a stroke, like from neck to toe. He got a stroke, and he was not able to speak anything, unable to speak anything. So when devotees went to see him, uh, he was lying on the bed, and they have kept some films. When he saw devotees, he started rolling tears from his eyes, and he started beating his head to the pillow, that he was crying refusely, beating his head. He cannot speak because he has tubes in his mouth, tubes in his throat, tubes in his nose. Everywhere there is a tube. So, so we can imagine the fear of that kind of persons, right? So it's very pitiable, right? So he doesn't know what's going to happen. Then devotees suggested him to chant Hare Krishna, and they did small kirtan, and they told wife not to put all this films and all, right? Like that, people don't know. They think life is only for fun, but at the time of that, it is very horrible. It it stroke from neck to feet, right? Nothing. After a few moments, he died. So how we should die? We should not die like cats and dogs. So cats and dogs also, they are very scared. Any animal, they are very scared. Almost they will always try to avoid it. Human beings also, if you don't understand the spiritual life, right? If you don't understand either Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam properly, then we will have also the same fear at the time of the death. So that's why it's been said, at the last stage of one's life, one should be bold enough at the time of death. Accordingly, you will get the body. Like in Bhagavad Gita 8.6, MM Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tajate Ante Kalavaram Tam Tam Evaiti Kaunteya Sadatad Bhava Bhavitaha. So whatever stage of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without any fail. So Bharat Maharaj was conscious of deer. He got a deer body. Puranjana was conscious of his wife. He got a woman's body, right? So, what are the consciousness at the time of that? The same body you get. So, in the next words, Lord says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmarana yudhyacha my arpita mano buddhir mam evaishyasa asmasyasyaha. So therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting with your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligent fixed on me. You will attain me without any doubt. So fix your mind and intelligence on me only, only Krishna, nobody else, right? And fight. Then you will come back to me without fail. Don't worry. So any service you do, you think of Krishna, that I am doing it for Krishna. So not for my ego, not for somebody's ego. So I am serving Giridhari, I am serving Srila Prabhupada, I am serving Guru Maharaj. So you should have that kind of consciousness and do the service, and focus only on Krishna. And he's bold enough at that time not to be afraid of death, like Bhishmacharya. He was comfortably lying on the death bed of arrows and preaching Yudhishthira Maharaj. Till the last second, he was preaching. He was not afraid of death. So, same with Prabhupada. He was preaching till last second in Vrindavana on his bed. Right? So, always conscious of Krishna. Uh, Pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, Yudhishthira Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj, they're always conscious on Krishna. So what happens? Our outer body gets decayed. Our outer body always gets decayed in this material world. Nobody can change that. Nobody can remain young in this material world except for Krishna. So everyone become old. That outer body gets decayed, but the purity of your inner soul, inner body is always renewed. Inner body becoming newer and newer when you get closer to Krishna and devotees, right? So every day we should think, yesterday this is me, what I was yesterday, and today what I am. Today I am like this. Tomorrow what I am going to be. So we should have that vision. When you get the vision, the spiritual vision, only when we get that vision, only when reading the scriptures. Other visions are only material visions. Like our visions are mixed up, right? We have spiritual visions, we have material visions, uh, we have uh, at the but constantly, if you in touch with scriptures and chanting Hare Krishna, one can develop that spiritual vision. Here Sukadeva Goswami is saying, like, he is giving us that vision. At the last stage of one's life, one should be bold enough not to be afraid of death. He is giving vision to us. One must cut off all the attachments to the material body and everything pertaining to it, and all desires thereof. He is giving a vision, We have a vision for my future, which is temporary. We have vision again, future for what will be future of my children. Again, it's a temporary. I want to build a house. Again, it's a temporary. We want to make a lot of money in our bank accounts. Again, it's a temporary. So everything is temporary. We have vision only for those things. So what about myself, my spirit soul? So by the mercy of Guru and Srila Prabhupada. Now we got a chance. Now I should practice it and I should be message it to others, right? So Jiva Daya, that is very important. A good devotion, a good devotee is immediately think of others, right? Paradukka dukhi. So we should how to preach, how to give the holy name, how to distribute the books, how to uh, uh, give Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita messages, right? So Krishna is full of compassion. Like him, like his devotees also full of compassion. More than Jivadaya, we should have that Namaruchi. Then this is a circle. Namaruchi, then Jivadaya, then we will preach. Then we should have that, we will get that realized that I am not the spirit, I am not the body, I am the spirits also. Like that, we should control the senses and control the mind. Then the Jiva will come again. Like as long as I'm concerned about my Indriyas, then we will not get that Namaruchi. So when the Indriya Nigrahana is not there, then Namaruchi is not there, then there is no Jivadaya. Like that, the circle. Ultimate benefit will not come, right? So we'll never know that realization will not come. In the purport, Prabhupada said, one should be bold enough not to be afraid of. One must cut off all the attachments to the material body and everything pertaining to it and all discues thereof desires. You see, so Prabhupada says desires you cannot remove, right? Only you can change the desires from matter to spirit, right? So I'll end here. I thank my leaders for giving me this opportunity, and uh, please forgive me if I have spoken anything out of our parampara. Thank you, Hare Krishna.